Good evening, dear friends. Good evening to you. Let me start off with a prayer, not a prayer, but an invocation, or maybe a particular selection. Remind you of a particular concept. Frankfurt brought it to our attention, and others, and it's something that I think we need to review. And it's not necessarily meant to be scatological or rude or coprolalic. It is meant to be to remind you of something. And it seems you need a reminder, so let me begin. The term bullshit, as we use, is a colloquial expression that is used to denote and describe nonsense, falsehoods, or exaggerated and insincere talk or behavior. It often implies a lack of truthfulness, knowledge, credibility, or meaningful content in communication. The term is used informally to express skepticism, frustration, or disapproval when someone perceives that the information or statements being presented are misleading, deceptive, or of little value, or just wrong. It can refer to empty or insincere rhetoric, pretentiousness, or any form of communication that suffers from a lack of authenticity or substance. And this is something that I think you need, dear friends, to be reminded of. Dare I say, you need to be reminded of such. Do you understand this? And today we're going to be talking about some things, and we're going to be going through a few things as we begin. Because remember, prepare for the revolution. 2024, I'm telling you, is going to signal the reset, and the reawakening. It's going to be something that, very frankly, I don't think many people really can grasp. I don't think many people are going to be able to really. They don't know what I'm saying when I say this. I know this. I know this. I was talking to someone today that you would know, believe me. And I will never divulge conversations that are meant kind of off the record, but you would know. And then talking to this person, I realized this person has no idea whatsoever what I'm talking about. None whatsoever. So first, dear friends, I want to thank you for listening. I want you to thank you for paying attention. I want you to pay deep and close attention to the following. Number one, you must like the videos. You must. Your like means more. It puts us in a different realm in terms of spreading the holy word of truth. That's number one. Number two, you must subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, I don't even know what's the purpose of you even being here. I think you must have, because you're here, and that's a very good sign. And you must pay very, very close attention to our sponsors in particular. And I want to tell you about this new one. This is very interesting, because every now and then I kind of look at this and I'm thinking, I don't know if you've been to the My Pillow site. Promo code Lionel, mypillow.com/Lionel. They're out of their minds. It's changed already graphically. My Pillow down comforters, 600 fill, $200. This is down from 500. The all new My Pillow flannel sheets, $39.98, brand new. My Pillow, all new My Pillow 2.0, $32.98. New, all new My Pillow bed sheets, $24.98. It goes on and on. My Petra's toppers, limited edition My Pillows, limited editions. Women's slip-on My Slippers, $60. Women's moccasin My Slippers. Oh my God. Luxury. You'll never wear conventional. Not that this isn't conventional. You never wear conventional shoeing again. Shoes. Slippers. Mattresses, toppers. Go and look right now. Right here. Do what I'm saying. I'll make it easy for you. I'll make it easy. Just go here. Look, and use promo code Lionel. Just go look. Just since the other day, it's changed drastically. MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel. MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel. I'm telling you, I'm not just saying this because they're sponsors. They're sponsors because they're great people. And this is great stuff. MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel. Okay, dear friends, let me ask you a question. you mind me asking you a question? Yes. Who is Yahya Sinwar? Don't all answer at once. Who is Yahya Sinwar? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody tell me? Any takers on this? Anybody? Who is Yahya Sinwar? Anybody? I'll wait. Who is Yahya Sinwar? Anybody? Sinwar. Anybody? Richard Gall says no clue. Richard, why aren't you looking it up? Richard, why didn't you say, hold it? Let me look it up. Just be back in a second. Just be back in a second. Richard, I'm surprised. Richard, come on, Dick. Who's Yahya Sinwar? Hamas leader, question mark. Thank you. Again, question mark? Question mark? I don't know. Are you going to look? No. You tell me. No, you tell me. Who is it? I don't know. Not a clue. Not a clue. Got me. Who? Sinwar. Let me see if I can make a pun. Let me see if I can make a joke. Let me see. Sinwar. Sinwar's like Sinbad? Is that the comedian? Sinwar? Yahya? Got your Yahya's out? Who is it? Yahya. Was that Zappa? Who was it? Again, this is where we go. Instead of this rushing, like, I'll be back in a second. I've got to know. He is the Hamas leader in Gaza. He hasn't been heard since October the 7th. Israel Times, the people, they're all talking about what he has to say. You think it's important? Got to know how to spell it to look it up. Phonetic. Yahya Sinwar. 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 Like Sinwar. Well, I got see what I'm trying to do? Well, I got to give you excuses why I don't know. Well, yeah. Is it a capital Y? Is there? Well, I don't want to. Again, I'm giving you reasons why I'm not looking it up. Well, I don't know. I don't know how. Is there an is there a schwa under the A? Look it up. Go in. Sounds like research. Well, but I don't know how to spell it. Put a bunch of words in. Do you see this? Look, I don't want to pick on you right away, but I mean, do you see what's happening? And you're the smartest of the bunch. You're the smartest of the bunch, and already you're I don't know. Oh, shit, I don't know. I don't know. That is, to use the first term, bullshit. How dare you? This is the rest of the world. What's going on? What would you have done during World War II? Goering is G-O. I don't know how to spell that. Schadenfreude. Whoa. The essay. Do you see how this is? Okay, enough about that. Now, number 2. I say this with all due respect. I think it's interesting. Alan Dershowitz has not said anything new in 10 years regarding Israel. Have you ever heard Alan Dershowitz say anything new? Now, I'm not saying what he's saying is wrong. I'm not saying that he's wrong, he's incorrect. But am I going to learn what's going on in Gaza by listening to Alan Dershowitz say the same thing, or Douglas Murray, or Tammy Bruce? They say the same thing. Who am I? Tell me now. Let me ask you a question. Who is it? Who am I going to learn? What does Hamas want? Tell me. How do I figure this out? Where do I go? Do I go to Alan Dershowitz? Is he going to tell me? Is Sean Hannity going to tell me this? Is Bibi Netanyahu going to tell me what Hamas wants? Because they're the ones who have the hostages. They're the ones who did this on October the 7th. So I'm kind of clue. Who do you think is going to tell me this? Where should I go? Tell me. I don't think I'm going to be listening. Alan Dershowitz, if I hear this one more time, Alan Dershowitz, doesn't mean Alan Dershowitz. Look. Years ago, I loved Stanton Friedman. I really did. I like Stanton Friedman, but my God, I think he gave the same lecture for the past 10 years of his life. Same lecture. Over and over and over. Even Mearsheimer mixes it up. Alan Dershowitz has been saying the same thing now for, I don't know. They never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. That's Alba Eben. They were offered a deal in 1999, 2002, 2003. I know it's the same thing all the time. Okay, so what are we supposed to do? Every time I try to bring, well, you know, on Harvard, I don't want to hear about Harvard anymore. I don't want to hear about Claudia Gay. Excuse me, I don't want to hear about Claudia Gay. Anybody? I don't care. I don't go to Harvard. I don't care. I don't give a rat's ass about Harvard. I don't care. Yeah, but they're anti-Semitic. So what? It's a thought. They're anti-Semitic. They're homophobic. They're racist. They're mean. They're fat shame. What do you want to do? You're Harvard, Veritas. You want to get rid of thought? Excuse me. I'm tired of you. I don't want to talk. I don't give a damn what you do about Harvard. Fire her, quit her, plagiarism. Come on, there's plagiarism everywhere. Stop it. This is a smokescreen. Now, how are we going to fix this? Let me ask him. How do you fix this? How do you do this? How do you do it? You listen to people. You listen to people that you may not necessarily like. You listen to people. You listen to Sinwar. Listen to what he says. Listen to what he says. I heard one of the best interviews today with on my private channel because I'm not gonna get in here. But so, I mean, with all due, I'm just listen. I love you. You're wonderful people here, but not for YouTube. No, you think you think you've got? You don't think there's censorship and oh my God, dear God, what are you kidding me? I'm not even going to get near this stuff. Nobody wants to hear this on this jazz. Nobody, believe me when I tell you this. But anyway, make a long story short, there was a piece I just talked about. And it was on this wonderful, wonderful piece, believe it or not, with Thomas Friedman. Thomas Friedman's fantastic. It was one of the best. It was one of the best discussions ever about Sinwar and others. It was great. And it was brutally honest, brutally tactful, brutally frank, brutally open, brutally truthful about the way things are. And by the way, here's a link to my private channel if you're so inclined. And what he did was he said, look, here's what's going on. Now, Alan Dershowitz wants to talk about the same thing over and over again. Listen to an interview, and I talk about this, and I know I talk about this a lot, but I'm trying to direct you. Listen to an interview that was done between Crystal Ball on Breaking Points and Norman Finkelstein, who, by the way, was nowhere to be found. Norman Finkelstein is just this guy was the DB Cooper of the intellectual dark web. I mean, he just was nowhere to be found. He got into a pissing match with Dershowitz about plagiarism, and never heard from him again. He just took off and gone, and nobody knew where he went. All right, because his parents were both in the Holocaust, and he's supposedly a self-loathing Jew, and nobody listened to him. Listen to him now. And he talks like this in the very, very clinical way, a very precise way in which he talks. It's like Harvey Fierstein meets. That's more like this. No, but more like Arnold Horshack meets I don't know what. But the man's brilliant. So he does this interview with Crystal Ball from Breaking Points. And by the way, she and tell you, she is not my political. But I don't even have to tell you this. She's not my political compliment. But then again, who is? Nobody is. Anyway, she goes through this, and she says, "Can we please go through what Bill Maher has to say?" Who, by the way, he despises Bill Maher. Who doesn't? Because Bill Maher doesn't know what he's talking about. Bill Maher, Bobby Kennedy. Something else. I'm trying to figure out. He does this great piece. And I'm going to give you a nice little plug for him. That's right. I'm going to give you a plug for him. I think they do a hell of a job. And let me see. Sagar, you have been out. Oh, here we go. Norm Finkelstein unleashed against Bibi, RFK Jr., and Bill Maher. Give it to you right here. I'll save your time. Here, look, watch this. Okay? Watch this. And to make a long story short, he talks like this. And he goes through each one bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. Okay. And he's wonderful. Bit by bit, link by link, statement by statement, fact by fact. And you find at first this style, which is very, very, he looks angry, but it's very, from a didactic point of view and a tutorial point of view, and from a pedagogic point of view, it's probably the best way to do it because it's so smart. It's so, this. Please watch it. You're not going to learn this watching Alan Dershowitz. Now, watch this. Now, Dershowitz, now you respond. Now, that's interesting insofar as the history, and I know many, our dear friend Sparky is far more interested in the history and the antecedents of this than I am. I'm not interested. Knowing the antecedents does not stop a war. You've got it all wrong. What? You've got it wrong. It wasn't 1947. It was the 73. What? Yes, you were wrong. Well, what are we fighting for? I don't know. Well, shit, for here, we made a mistake. Release the hostages. Doesn't work like that. But listen to an even better one. And this is something that the Crystals and the Briannas and certainly no way is Dershowitz going to do it, or anybody else for that matter. And very frankly, the other folks who are so involved in this, you're never going to hear Finkelstein or somebody say, well, here's what Israel should do, and here's where Israel's correct in this respect. Never. So we don't want that. You go to the next level for this. And you get a two branch thing. Mearsheimer, but Thomas Friedman, and Fareed Zakaria, but Thomas Friedman. Thomas Friedman is the best of, this is the guy you want to hire to say, okay, now what do we do? You want to hire Norman Finkelstein and maybe Dershowitz to talk about, tell me what happened again. I don't know why anybody cares about this. We're beyond the, what happened? Tell me the story again. I'll let you go on and on. All right, it doesn't matter to me. Here's the issue. Now listen to me carefully. And by the way, you say gray zones, terrific. Max Blumenthal is not going to tell you what happens to do next. Max Blumenthal is not, he will never say, well, here's what Israel should do, and here's where Israel is right, and here's what, no, you're not going to hear that. Max Blumenthal, God bless him, you're not going to hear that. You're not going to hear Max Blumenthal say, well, here, I made a mistake about that. No. Max Blumenthal is great to tell you, here's where Israel is awful and terrible, and here's what they did. And I'm not saying it's not right, but it's like, okay, I got that part. What do we do now? You want to get Thomas Friedman in. Now let me ask you a question. What is Sinwar thinking right now? Answer my question. What is he thinking? What do you think? Anybody? What is Sinwar talking about? What does he do now? What's his concern? What does he do? Tell me. What does he do? What does he do? How do you think Sinwar looks to the people of Gaza? Do they like him? He's Hamas. He's the head of Hamas in Gaza. Do they like him? Yes or no? Ask a question. Let's talk about now. No, Max Blumenthal. No. Let's talk about trying to get. Thank you very much. And Bobby Kennedy. No. Finkelstein. No. You're. There's no way. Right now, tell me, what do they think right this moment? What do you think? No truce? What do you think? Anybody? He's thinking he's screwed to an extent. Vaker for? Absolutely. A little bit. A little bit. How is he viewed in the rest of the Palestinian world versus Gaza? What's the difference? How does that work? Because if I sat down with Sinwar, I'm saying, you got a big problem. First, let me tell you what I would say if I'm a Gazan. Thanks a lot. You've done nothing for me. Nothing. I blame you for this. Okay? Israel, occupiers, apartheid, genocide. Yeah. I'm not letting up on them. These are what people in Gaza. This is what they would say. Oh, I'm not. Oh, no. These, no way. No. What I've been living through. But you came and you effed this thing up like you can't believe. The rest of the world loves you. Your Hamas brethren love you. Your Qatar baby, it's your buddies love you. But us, nothing. You went in, and now Israel, they flooded everything. There goes our aquifer. Thanks a lot to get you up. What have you accomplished? What have we done? We have nothing. And what are you going to do? Where do you live? You live here? I don't think so. I don't see you. You got a picture of you holding up a baby. You're holding. See him holding up a baby with like the Hamas hat on and an AK-47. Oh yeah, you're big talk. Get your ass here now. They want to put all of us in an area the size of L.A. airport. What are you women? What are you doing? What have you accomplished? What have you done? You've got the hostages. You're going to give them back? Question. Stop. Okay. Sinwar, did you give them back or not? What do you do? Now, let's say I represent Sinwar. And he says, I think I should give the prisoners back. Okay. Why? Should he give the prisoners back? Not out of a humanitarian. Of course he should, as a human being. Of course. From a practical point of view, from a tactical point of view. Let me ask you a question. Especially all the geniuses here who all these got these funny jokes that they're so funny. They're so funny. This is so funny. It's so funny. What do you think? Let's try to get the adults for a second. What do you think he does? If he gives the hostages back, what does he get out of it? What does he do? Where does he go? What does he show? What was this about? What did he accomplish? Who wins? Who wins? See, Max Blumenthal is not going to answer this. Max Blumenthal is not going to help you with this one because Max Blumenthal said, "Well, I'm not going to." I know, Max. You hate Israel. I got it. No, and I'm not saying you're not at all. I got it. And same thing for you and Scott Ritter and everybody. I got it. Okay, but now we're going to talk, and I'm on the phone, and I'm trying to do a hostage negotiation with Sinwar. What do? You give the hostages back. You've got nothing. That's the only reason anybody's even paying attention to you. But if anything happens, or if anything has happened, if anything happens even more, because what you have done, you're a dead man. You know that, right? I mean, you are a dead man. There's no doubt. There's no way around this. I mean, you're no. Believe me, I don't care if BB die. I don't care if BB drops dead tomorrow. They are never going to forget this. You don't know what this did. You don't. This is like 1972 and the Olympics times 1,000. They will track you down. Believe me. And don't believe this bullshit about, well, Mossad's not what it used to be. Really? We'll get to that later on because that story stinks to no end. They didn't know about this? Yeah, okay. All right, we'll talk about that. I'll let you talk about that one. All right? So I go back. What does he do? Yeah, you're right about that, Dante. Where are the likes? How dare you? I could be in school, and I am talking to you now. I want the likes. I sound like a Colonel Klink or something, or General Burkhalter or whatever. Do you see where I'm going with this one? Do you understand what's going on here? This is what nobody's talking about. Come on, Bloomer. He's not talking about this stuff. Nobody's talking about this. What did they do? What do we do? Okay, where are you going to go? How long are you going to go? What do you want? You want a two-state solution? Yeah, okay. All right. First, release the hostages. We're not going to release the hostages. Okay. How about this? You know how many POWs Israel has? I don't even know how many of them. Where do you go? By the way, do you know how many of these people are still alive? Anybody? Do you know how many are? Do you? And we're going to get to the bottom of this. What really happened? Were people raped and beheaded? And what about the Al Shifa hospital? Can we get to the bottom of that? I don't think you want to get to the bottom of that because like as with most cases, you're going to find out a lot of the stuff that you heard is frankly bullshit. I don't know which ones. I can't point to which, but it's always the case. Remember the lady with the incubators? And I was there. And they came in, they were they took the babies out of the incubator and they threw them on the ground. And they said, never happened. Under oath? Oh, absolutely. I'm under oath. Absolutely. Yeah. Never happened. So I don't want to go through this about who did what. So let me go back to this. And all of you great friends who want to talk about, you want to talk about the Nakba again? Oh, Jesus, please. You want to go through this again? Do you want to go through this again, the history of this? I don't. I'm asking you. This is what you must understand. This is what you must understand. The issues now, which are the most critical, is how do you get out of this now? And what does Sinwar say? What does he do? And if you're in if you're in Gaza, you're going to say, what am I getting out of this? Now the rest of the world says, this is great. Oh, we're gonna protest here, and we're gonna march here. Meanwhile, Gaza, the place everybody loves, nobody's thinking about them. And they're saying, let these people go. Stop this. There's going to be nothing left. Israel just said, we are not going, unless you turn the hostages over. Sinwar says, if I turn the hostages over, they're going to kill me. They're going to kill you no matter what. That's where we are. Anybody? That's where we are. What are you going to do about it? What do you suggest? Nobody's talking about that. Tom Friedman did a great piece about what's going on, and he gave this wonderful line that Hosni Mubarak said. When Hosni Mubarak was in his deathbed, his last legs, his last whatever it was, he said, Mr. President, the people want to say goodbye. And he says, where are they going? Meaning, I'm not going anywhere. Where are they going? Okay, now listen to me. Next, I want to talk to you about something very, very important. Our great friends at preparewithlionel.com. You've heard this expression, they can't handle the truth. They really can't. People, not only that, they can't handle the truth, but they can't handle, the hint of something that's negative. The clownage, they've been running this joint for years. And many of the problems that we're going to be having right now, as you know, cannot be solved overnight. If you let them be, they allows it, because destruction fuels them. Destruction and destabilization fuels them is what they want. Right now, when it comes to the notion of food preparedness, go to preparewithlionel.com. Preparewithlionel.com. I don't know how to say this to you in any other way. I don't know how to put this into words. I don't even know how to. it makes so much sense. Prepare with Lionel right now as we speak. We have a special deal. You can save $60 off a much needed 4-week emergency food kit. Start with that. Don't, I know people say, well, I don't think you're committed. Just get one. You'll be hooked. Preparewithlionel.com right now. Get the 4-week emergency food kit and you'll say, this is incredible. But don't touch it because I know you're going to break open and you're going to start wanting to eat it. I know you because it's great food. Heat it and eat it. You got that? Preparewithlionel.com. This is from the My Patriot Supply, folks. These are the best people in the world. They are the Bugatti, the Bentley. They are it. Okay? Preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com. Do the right thing. All right? Okay. Now, let's go to a couple of things too. I did a story, a brand new story. Did you see my new one? Did you see my new piece on robots? Did you see this? Hope you did. Did you? Don't tell me you didn't. Don't tell me you didn't see this. Don't tell me you said, well, I haven't gotten around to it. Don't make me laugh. I'll give it to you right now. My friends, if you know me and you've known me for the longest time, I've been telling you for a long time the following things. Here we go. Here's the link. This is the brand new one right now. I've talked to you about geoengineering before anybody did. You call it chemtrails. I don't do that. I've talked to you about hydroimperialism and water as a casus belli since at or near the time of Gaddafi. Told you that one. Nubian sandstone aquifer, water, Tigris to Euphrates, the Fertile Crescent, water. Okay, I've talked about CGI. Well, we didn't know about, we called it CGI then, but we didn't know about AI or AGI, about the use of CSAM, child sexual abuse material, being used and being generated by these devices that I told you about. And since then, I've been telling you about the scourge of artificial general intelligence. And there's a story that is floating around about how this robot went crazy at the Tesla. It is complete and total caca del toro. You hear what I'm saying? Caca del toro. It's here. First of all, they're going after Elon for a variety of reasons. Number one, because they hate Elon. And number two, they're trying to make it, they're trying to confuse a machine robot with something else, which is even more important. Listen to what I'm saying. When artificial general intelligence hits, it's going to be the worst thing you could ever imagine. And this is going to be a walk in the park compared to what you're going to see. And I don't know how to get people's attention, and I don't know how to make people pay attention to this. I don't know how to. Okay. Somebody asks, this is funny, about the prepare with Lionel. How does it taste? What about water? If you don't have water, in order to add to this, you're in real trouble. This will not be your concern. Let me say this again, and bless your heart. Somebody said, well, what if there's no water? If there's no water, you're going to die because of the no water. You're not going to die because you can't heat up your macaroni and cheese. You're going to die because there's no water. Just want to bring that up to you. I don't want to remind you of the realities. Like, you almost got the right question, but you see, look into a little bit more. Okay. Now, final question for you. Okay. By the way, always look at our man. Eyes on the Vatican, Holy See, Catholic Church, Roman, next 2 weeks. Yours and Mrs. L's Christmas light bulb PJs looked as fresh as pre-2019. This is our man, Eric Thaddeus. Pay attention to him. Thank you, ETW. Why did your girlfriend, Tucker Carlson, interview Kevin Spacey? Go ahead. Why? What is the matter with him? Andrew Tate, Kevin Spacey. Do you know the Kevin Spacey stories? Anybody? Anybody? Do you know that a third accuser happened to die? Aaron Eri Ben, a Norwegian author and ex-husband of Princess Marina. That's not it. Oh yeah, where are Kevin Spacey's accusers? Are you familiar with this? I mean, are you? Is anybody? It do. Why is anybody talking to Kevin Spacey? Please tell me why. Can you? Why? He likes sex offenders. He likes. This is your friend. He likes Andrew Tate. He likes Kevin Spacey. John Daly, because he gets drunk a lot and drinks beer and smokes cigarettes and was drunk. And he's drunk. And he has a white beard and he's drunk and he hangs around. He's drunk. So that's all I'm going to tell you. I don't know what's going on here. Your heroes are gone, my friends. They are gone. Gone. And nobody cares. Nobody says, Tucker, knock this out. This is your chance, and you're acting like, I don't know what the hell you're acting like, but you're acting like some kind of a loon. Of a loon. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. Now, by the by, my friends, by the by, let me just leave you with this, which is the most important. You have been so terrific, and I'm going to say it again. I want you right now to do me a favor. Promise me that you will sign on to Mrs. L's, her important, her very, 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 very critical YouTube channel. I provided the link right there. Just click on that link, and you will go right to it immediately. You don't have to do anything. Just click that link, and you will sign up. All right, dear friends, I love you. You are great. Most of you have no idea what you're even talking about, but it doesn't matter. I love you anyway. You're still great. Many of you, you're so crazy. You have not the slightest idea, except for Liz Solak and ETW and Sparky. But other people that know when you're crazy, know what you're talking about. You're creep. Okay? But I love you. I love you. How dare you? Because you're crazy. All of you are crazy. And it takes one to know one. Yes, it does. All right, dear friend. By the way, so I think I told you I saw the last piece of Archie, the terrible piece about Cary Grant. It was horrible about his sex life, and just leave the man alone, for God's sake. In any event, okay, my friends, have a great, great, great day. And it is a mad, 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 mad world. Liz Solak, thank you so much. Thank you so much. ETW, thank you. All of you, great and glorious, wonderful people. You got Verkarangan, you got Polka Dot, you got everybody, you got Big Vince, you got porch sitters. Bless your heart. Everybody's there. We love you. Sure, you're weird. Sure, you're nuts. Sure, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Yes, of course. I know that. You know that, but you know what? I like you. I like your attitude. Like Lou Grant would say, you've got spunk, and I like spunk. All right, dear friends, have a great and glorious day. Don't ever change. I mean that sincerely. See you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern time. And don't forget the monkey said the show's over. Sue ya.